The franchise began in 1996, and for over a decade, we have seen Ethan Hunt do the impossible. Time and time again, we've seen Ethan and team take on criminal mastermind after criminal mastermind to try and save the world and themselves. The stakes are always high in these adventures that span the globe. So, does Mission Impossible Fallout deliver on the summer blockbuster awesomeness we've come to expect from this franchise? Or should we disavow this film? Let's talk about it in this review. Let's be honest with each other, this franchise continues to deliver the goods. I can't say with 100% certainty that there has been a miss. Now, arguably some people will say that Mission Impossible 2 was the big miss of the franchise, but anymore after seeing this film, I am not 100% sold on that philosophy. And I say that because in this film, this brand new movie, they do a nice callback to that film where we see towards the end of the movie, Ethan is actually scaling the side of a mountain again, just like how that movie began. However, this time he is actually trying to save the world and he's not on holiday, so there's that. Overall, the premise continues to keep us engaged. Plus, the new characters and the familiar faces continue to build on the world, adding exciting elements and sometimes comedic moments. Speaking of familiar faces, this might be the most comfortable I've seen Tom Cruise and Ving Rhames in their roles. And Simon Pegg continues to build on his character nicely, adding some nice humorous moments throughout this franchise. And it's also been a nice progression to see him kind of move from the tech guy into field agent, as they've done throughout this series. But it's really Tom and Ving who appear the most relaxed and comfortable in their roles now 6 films in. Plus we get one big surprise with Michelle Monaghan's character, but was it really that big of a surprise? These films are famous for telling us exactly what will happen, but not revealing how it will happen. And it's in this form of storytelling that we're given something truly special to enjoy. The fallout of all your good intentions is mentioned in the trailer and very important in the film. It sets up the reminder for how hard Ethan has worked to keep at least one woman's life very safe and to keep her secure and away from danger before a really big plot twist is added. In fact, the 2 lead women in this film, Michelle and Rebecca Ferguson, added something complex and unique to the story in a very nice way. Also, the layers in this film might be the very best in the franchise. We have Ethan's team, the CIA, a new terrorist group, a third-party handler and her team, local law enforcement, former lovers, car chases, motorcycle chases, boat rescues, a helicopter battle, hand-to-hand combat, betrayal, manipulation, and more. The suspense builds and builds until it's resolved, and right when that resolve happens, a brand new twist is added to the story. And then from that twist, we build and build and build again until another twist, where we're just constantly getting one moment after another of keeping the momentum running throughout this film without ever losing the tension that began with the initial operation at the start of the film. Dare I say that this movie puts on a masterclass for action and suspense storytelling. It's one heightened moment after another without ever feeling overwhelming, and then throughout the film there's just these nice comedic breaks that happen too. In fact, towards the end of the film we get a nice James Bond villain-esque line from August Walker, played by Henry Cavill, where he says, "Why won't you just die?" Now, this franchise is notorious for taking itself very seriously, but in that one moment, it was a nice tip of the hat and a nice wink to the audience that says, look, we know that we're a very serious franchise, but we still know how to have some fun, and we're gonna show you how we do it. Mission Impossible Fallout is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I am definitely recommending a big screen viewing of this film. It's an action-packed thrill ride that keeps the adrenaline pumping until the very end of the movie. Also, you don't have to have seen the other 5 movies to understand what's going on in this film, because what's happening on screen in this story is explained very well. However, if you are a fan of the franchise like me and you have seen the other 5 films, it will definitely elevate the level of enjoyment you have while you're watching the little nuances and little callbacks happen on screen. Plus, there's the fact that we know Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts, possibly to his own peril. Is he going to fall out of a helicopter? He broke his ankle doing a stunt where he's jumping across buildings. Will this halo jump he completes in this film cause him to not be able to enjoy this franchise any further? It's spectacular movie-making magic that occurs on screen that allows us to say, or at least I can say, you comment below with your thoughts, that the Mission Impossible franchise might be the greatest action movie franchise of all time. And because of this, Mission Impossible Fallout is getting all the high fives from this guy. Mission Impossible Fallout is playing at your local movie theater right now. Definitely get out of your house, get over to the theater, and see this film on the big screen.